Welcome to the channel. It's March 31st, 2026. Today I'm checking out two rare Challenger off-highway logging trucks. Thanks to lead mechanic Mack McNab of High Side Mechanical for a quick tour of the trucks.
Yeah, I think these were built in '94. They're originally in Gold River for Western and Canadian Forest Products, and then they went to Waddington Logging, and now they're here at River City Logging. We have two of them, and we're just fixing it up a little bit, getting them ready to haul in our Eve River job. So,
oh, nice.
In the next couple weeks.
What engine does this have in it?
This has a Series 60 in it, 14 liter. It's about 525 horse.
This is an original, or?
I think this one's probably been replaced, but it's getting a little tired. The other one has a brand new engine. But yeah, run her till it blows up.
This one's just about ready to go in another week or so.
Yeah, it's gonna start hauling hopefully next week. So
yeah, what'd you guys have to do with it?
We just had to redo the rad mounts and the transmission mounts, and just kind of go over, fix up the air leaks, and yeah. One of the preload cylinders had to be rebuilt. It was leaking everywhere, and yeah, it didn't need too much, so.
Right on.
Ready to go make some money.
Yeah, that's it. Some of the differences of the Challenger is a lot more specific parts compared to just a standard P16 or Kenworth or something like that.
Yeah, everything's kind of upsized a little bit, you know, a little bit bigger. I think they have a little wider steering axle in them, and this one has a 5-piece hubs on the steer axle, where most of all the other trucks have run a 3-piece wheel on the front, so a little beefier. Everything's just one size bigger than the 850 Kenworths and the P16. So.
Right. Yeah. And how about these 121 differentials you're saying? What are some of the more specific parts on these?
On the Challengers, they run a different style wheel wedge with a lock ring. So all these, on the Kenworths and the Pacifics, they run a one-piece wedge. So it'll be on two of them. And then, yeah, this one has a whole ring they got to pound out every time you change the tire. So a little bit more time consuming, but they seem to hold a lot better.
And so these are the same size of tire for?
Yeah, the 1425s, yeah. They're the same, all the same size tires. So, yeah.
Nice truck. And also, this is a preload version then?
Yeah, this is a preload, so it loads its own trailer, and you can drive out from underneath the bunk. So they're a little bit better for pulling adverse, and a little faster at the sort, loading up and getting loaded. So, but there's a lot of moving parts to go wrong with them compared to the original conventional truck.
How do these frames differ than, let's say, compared to the P16 or the Kenworth 850?
Yeah, I think the web is, the Pacific uses a two plates sandwiched together for the top web, and this is just one piece, so it's a little stronger and definitely a deeper web than the Pacifics. So
right,
just everything's just a little bit heavier. I think these are like 12,000 pounds heavier.
Oh wow!
Dry weight on than the Pacific, so everything's just a little thicker and beefier.
That's the bigger frame, and also this is the ram for the preload?
Yeah, this is here to lift up the trailer.
Okay.
There's one on each side. Yeah, so it can load its own trailer. Doesn't need a hoist to lift the trailer on. That's a 6061 Allison. There's a 5960 and the 6061. The 6061 is rated for a little bit more horsepower. It's a bigger lockup clutch and stuff.
This second Challenger truck you guys are working on, and they're both preloads. What can you tell us about this preload?
So we're getting this all line board, but you'll back up so the reach goes out the back, and then you flip that latch down, that locks up nice and short, and then the whole arm picks up and goes up to the water tank, and the tires will drive over the fenders here and then sit on the fenders, and then you're ready to go down the road. And then when you get to the loader, it just all comes down, and then the loader will flick that up, and then you'll drive ahead until this chain tightens up, and then you're ready to start loading logs. You don't have to mess around with airlines or get out or anything. So it's a lot faster than a conventional for you getting set up.
Thanks to Sean Estabrook, owner of River City Logging, for the green light to do this episode about his trucks. Sean recently purchased these 2 Challenger trucks from the BC mainland and moved them to this shop on Vancouver Island. Only 15 Challenger trucks were built, and not many of those were the preload type, so rare trucks for sure. John Kasanoff designed and built Challenger trucks in Port Alberni, about an hour-and-a-half drive from here. For more information about John and his Challenger trucks, take a look at episode 1 on this channel. Mack is finishing up some work, then we'll hop in the other truck for a quick drive around the yard. In the meantime, I'll get a closer look at this truck.
Yeah, we'll go around the yard. Yeah, we're just working on the trailer for the truck over there. Levi's redoing the suspension. So. All the trunnions and walking beams.
Okay, Mack's got one of the 6061 transmission out for us to take a look at.
This is coupled straight to the engine with a drive shaft, so it's always spinning when the engine's running, obviously, and then yeah, your torque converter here, and then all your clutch packs and planetaries for your different gears. This is your retarder valve for the transmission retarder.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So instead of the Jake brake, you can use your retarder.
Nice, and I'm going to come around to the other side. Got the output side.
Yeah, output, and how do you check your fluid level there on the back, these little valves when it's running. Yeah, this is your solenoid box and valve bank for changing all your speeds. This is your lockup valve here to adjust your transmission lockup, what time you want your lockup to kick in or to kick out a lockup into a converter. So you can shim that to whatever engine you want. Yeah, this is the trailer for the truck. We're just redoing some of the walking beam end caps. The rubbers are worn out, and the trunnions for the walking beams to work. So it doesn't need too much. But yeah, you can come over here. And some of the trunnion shaft was coming loose on it, so we put some new bolts in there, tightened it up. And on the rears, we redid there's big rubbers in here to let everything kind of articulate. So if this is kind of down touching there, it's an indication that your rubbers are worn out. So
Is that the rubber you can see here, or no? Or is that right?
the old rubbers are over here.
Oh, I see.
So you can see they're pretty worn out on the bottom. There's nothing left, so
Yeah.
I had to redo those. And then, yeah, here are the new rubbers in here. And that allows the walking beam to move on the shaft, not metal on metal. And then there's
Right.
also rubbers underneath these caps that you have to pull off.
U-bolts are all good, or did you have to do something with that too?
Yeah, we just have to clean them up. I usually reuse them because they're save a bit of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, just heat them up and they normally come off.
Oh, thanks a lot, you guys. Good stuff. Thanks a lot there, Mac.
Yeah, no problem.